let's show you how to plan for success by optimizing your off-course training. In our view, there are 5 key steps to consider. The first is that any training is done with consideration of what you're doing on the golf course. Now, circles provide you this tool. So on your dashboard, if you go to the bottom right, click on the plus sign and go to log practice, what it will do is it will start to list all of the areas of the game in which you could practice. Now, what we would suggest is that because training should be targeted, what the system automatically starts doing is it starts to be able to highlight the areas in which you could potentially focus on. So there is a nice focus word there next to it. So that indicates that, hey, if you're limited to time, these are the areas in which we suggest you focus on. When you've identified the area in which you want to practice, whatever you're aiming for should be better than your current performance level on the golf course. And so these target goals through here, so these are bespoke goals for you. So this takes your performance on the golf course, so it takes dispersion rate from the golf course or results from the golf course. And then what it does is it tightens them up. So it basically makes them about 10% harder than what you're currently doing on the golf course. That leads into the third piece, where we believe practice should be achievable. And so it's important to set goals that are realistic and achievable so you can keep progressing, you can achieve success, and keep edging closer to your goal. Fourth, your practice goals should continually evolve as you evolve. And so after every 5th round, Circles recalculates to keep finding new insights, and part of that insight is to keep developing and building out bespoke practice goals such as this. Then 5th, we believe that practice should be easy. Now, when I mean easy, I don't mean at a skill level, but being able to track and monitor your practice and your training, because often, a lot of the time when we go out and practice, it's not quantifiable. So if somebody came and spoke to you after a practice in the car park and asked you how your practice was going, often the response would be, it was good or it's bad. Now you can have a very progressive conversation. So let's take Stephen as an example. What we can do from here is, let's say he wants to practice proximity to the hole from under 10. So we can click on there. What it shows us is that Stephen just needs to take 5 golf balls, practice from anywhere under 10 yards, and get his 5 golf balls, puts them in place, goes for a specific target, goes through full process and full routine. Now, what he then does is he removes the 2 best balls, removes the 2 worst, and measures the median. His objective for there is to get to 4 feet. If he gets to 4 feet, he's achieving his objective for that day. If he's above, he's worse than. So let's say he is worse there. So his median was at 5 feet. Let's say he then goes to practice. And from there, practice again, we click on the eye. So this will give us insight into how we should be training. So we take 10 golf balls and we want to practice between 7 and 11 feet. So we put those 10 balls around the hole. So varying breaks and going through full process and full routine. Our objective is to get 6 out of 10. So let's say Stephen did really well here and got 7 out of 10. And, Stephen's short for time, so he had to leave after 2 practice sessions. But what we then do is log practice. And the player's coach automatically gets notified of how the individual's performed. But what we can do, if someone now approached you in the car park and asked you how your practice went, it's nice and simple. I practiced 2 activities, 1 was above, 1 was below. And there could be really actionable insights from here. And once we start optimizing off-course training, we can improve on-course performance.